Welcome back. Today we're driving at Houston Police Academy. I've been here once before for the JZX90 event. The first time I went to a JZX90 event to win a JZX90, and I got knocked out because of my stupid driving. Not because of my car problems, but because I'm a bad driver. And that was fair. I could deal with that. I can deal with my mistakes. When the car can't perform is when I get frustrated. Anyways, a little update on the car. The engine and transmission are both solid mounted, and it's not terribly uncomfortable in here, but the car is starting to show signs of fatigue from all the vibration. First of all, the taillight went out, and I'm almost 90% sure it's because of all the rough riding and stuff. It just shook the bulb until the filament failed. Last night, they go to buckle the seatbelt. I was in the truck. They went to buckle the seatbelt. I think Joey was driving, and the buckle just came off in his hand. So the bolt backed out of where the seatbelt bolts to the seat. And then just now I noticed a rattle in the dashboard. I didn't drive this all last night on the 8-hour drive that made it. But you know what? I'm really proud of this car. This car did the 8-hour drive with no problems at all. And so in that aspect, I'm very proud of. Good job, car. I'm just pointing out some of the, some of the little shortcomings. There's Speed Sports right there. That's our other track. That's like really close to Will's house. We'll be there on Monday. So we have to pass Speed Sports to get to the other track we're going to, which is the Houston Police Academy. So we found E85 really, really close to the track, which is awesome. That's what's good about this Texas Drift Week. Aaron always says you can't bring a car that runs on ethanol on Drift Week, and we've done it without having to inconvenience anyone or have to transport fuel or anything. When it runs on ethanol, it does. When it doesn't, it doesn't. It works out just fine. I love watching this ethanol content climb after we put it in. Get out of gear. All right. Nah, you can do better than that. Come on now. I was hoping for like 60. I guess 45 left to do. Right around, drop it to fifth. You can afford, pal. Maserati.
Either car. I can afford either car.
He wants to go again. Last time I was here at Houston Police Academy, it was me and Seth, and we drove the Bobson all the way. It was a rough trip. Good memories though. And I think it was raining. Rob Reinhold had his car down here. It was a good time, a lot of fun. I really enjoyed driving this track, and I'm looking forward to driving it in this car today. Looks like there's already a line of people for ride-alongs, so that's cool. We're gonna get set up and get the car ready to go and go shred some laps. So we're walking around, came to grab some food. I run across the side, he's like, hey, you need some glasses? And I was like, absolutely. Got us all hooked up with a heat wave. Look at the heater, sick. Sick. I finally have some glasses I can wear on this trip. I've been cycling between all my different glasses. I can see everything. It's like a new eyes. So we were going we grabbed some food and we were walking through the pits, and Drift Hub stopped us and said, "Hey, come try out the sim." And I said, "I'm not a sim driver at all by any means." He's like, "No, come try it out. Come try it out." This is set up really well. I'm actually getting this figured out pretty well, and this is awesome. It's a good way to warm up because we're driving the same track in the sim on a trailer, looking at the track I'm about to drive on. This is rad. Really cool setup. Really fun time. If you come out, if you're in the Dallas area and you see Drift Hub, give it a shot.
I see you crash.
Sick. I like it. I don't even know where I am on track.
You're backward.
There you go. Okay, I'll be on the list. Yeah, just put it on the list. Okay, let's go check out the merch that you guys think we got.
Sai says this is the only way my car can be reliable is if I drive on a sim.
Kelly don't have to fix anything in here.
Hey, Kelly's shredding over there.
Maybe we should give him the car.
Mess me up, man.
All right, someone told me that John Yim got something for me.
Got your present.
I don't know what it is.
I've been watching your videos,
What'd you get?
so I know you've been having trouble. I knew some friends I had sitting around.
Yes.
So since I knew you were coming,
We actually are gonna need these. We still haven't rebuilt it yet. I don't want it to break.
So
Thanks,
if
John.
you need more spares, so I'll go.
All right.
But
Thanks,
let me
John.
know.
Thanks.
I'm local, so it's easy.
Yes. I think we're up to 4 connectors now, so we can finally start getting something done. 4 out of 6. Here's another thing that wiggled loose I was talking about earlier. This bolt for the hood hinge and this bolt were both loose. This car's just shaking to pieces, and that's just the stuff I can see. I wonder what else is loose up under here. He's probably doing nut and bolt on it tonight. Motor mount's probably falling out. Gotta keep on top of that maintenance. Just the full cord. Just take the whole thing. Glug, glug, glug.
God forbid change if you try more, huh?
That's right. That's all it takes. All right, we're going straight into it. We got 2 riders in the car. I haven't done any laps here, but I've been here before. I'll figure it out. Straight away, Aaron comes rolling around with a whole group. He's got a whole group of people following. He's got his megaphone. I wish I would have got a shot of it. And he's just like giving the tour, and he comes to my car and he's like, "Does anyone have any questions?" And they're like, kind of like, and he's like, "All together now," and they all together say, "Why is your car running?" And I was like, "Aaron, well, you don't bring this around here." But to be fair, he brought some people over. We got some rides. I'm gonna go start getting this done, having some fun, and putting some people in the car. I love giving ride-alongs. It's the best. Did you do some laps?
Yo, yes, we're gonna get laps. You want me to run
Did you do some laps?
Yeah. I'm plowing through turn 1. You want me to run some leads so you can get people fucking
Sure.
scary steer?
Sure.
Let me go
That's
get
fine.
it dialed, and I'll run a bunch of lead lines for you, and then
I'm just gonna do 2 laps with them.
that's cool. Then I'll just take a cut of your ride along. Is that how that works?
That's not how that works. No. Literally the first lap of the day, I do a little warm up. I go down the straight. First lap of the day, I break the opposite axle that we swapped last night, and that's the one that Rock Auto shipped me the wrong one of, and I was super worried that we were gonna have an issue with that axle. And now we have an issue with that axle. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll tear it out and see what we can figure out, but like, really frustrating. I had 2 paid ride-alongs in the passenger seat. I had to give them a refund. I don't care about the money. I just wanted to give them a good experience, and it was like, come on, I didn't want to do this today. I don't mind changing the axle, but we don't have the axle. So now I have to track down an axle, thanks Rock Auto, and I have to like track down the axle and then swap it. And I don't know anybody here, so I guess I gotta start making phone calls. That's my day-to-day, is making phone calls to find an axle. I ordered one yet last night that's gonna be here on Tuesday. So that doesn't really help me for today and tomorrow, so we gotta figure this out. And I ordered two before, brought them on the trip. We opened that one, and this side, the side that's broken, is the wrong axle. They shipped me the wrong one. The one we swapped last night was the right one. The other side is the wrong one. So we have an axle with us that has the right part number, supposed to be the right axle. I paid for it. I did all my due diligence to be ahead of the curve to have the right parts, and Rock Auto shipped me the wrong axle. Thanks, Rock Auto. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks, Rock Auto. All right, so Jesse got the wheel off, and there is grease everywhere. So it's pretty safe to say, is Zach going to piss in the bushes? I'll bet he is. Zach, there's nothing over there for you.
Plus pisser.
I don't want to have to censor that. Zach's peeing in the woods. All right. Oh, there's the problem. Just kidding. Just kidding. I kid. So we know that the outer CV is the one that blew out. Let's get under here and take a look. Oh yeah, that's properly blown out. Can you spin this? Actually, spin. Yeah, spin. Oh yeah. Yeah, that ain't. Oh, that means all the balls are on the track. So funny story. When the balls come out of the axles, I've had a bunch of 350Zs blow up. So I started collecting the balls out of there. I would clean them up, and then I would give them to my oldest boy. So he has a collection of non-greasy axle ball bearings that he plays with. And every time after a drift event, I'd bring him one home. He's like, Dad, did you have one for me? And I'm like, yep. Every time I break an axle. So I wish I had one of these to take home and give to my youngest. Start the tradition all over again with my IS300 axles. All right, I've been in the truck looking for axles. Tell me what you found out so far. Wait. Tech Talk. Pew, 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 with Kelly Williams. Pew,
Hello.
pew. Nice glasses.
Thank you. Shout out to Heatwave, right?
Heatwave.
Heatwave. Heck yes. For all your sun and vision needs. They actually do prescriptions too, I guess. So we have, let's see, where's the old one? This is not the...
Well, there's part of it.
Ah, here we go. Hold on, I'm getting ready. Ah. Brandon's first lap of the day, man. Ooh.
To be fair, this axle put in double the work of what it would needed to, because we drove one-wheel drive for about 100 miles, and when the knuckle broke, it was at an angle, so it was putting this CV joint at a high angle of stress, propelling the whole car with one axle. So, you know, shout out to the axle, but come on. I mean, like, it could have, come on.
What we didn't do that we needed to do was prepare more. Unfortunately.
What do you mean prepare more? I bought the axle, they sent me the wrong one. I did my job.
But we did know that this was the wrong axle.
We did after we were already on the trip.
Yes.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
What about an ST300 axle?
No, they're different. Maybe the guts, maybe. I don't know. Because Will said he has some SC axles, but I know they're a different length.
All right. For our tech talk today, what we were gonna do is try and rebuild this, because when we pulled this apart, Joey pulled pieces of the cage out that hold the bearing in place.
Well, let's weld the cage back together.
We could, but we don't have a welder. We do have a welder, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not that guy. Anyway, we were gonna take this axle apart and put it inside there, all the guts from this, the bearing, the cage, and then the C-clip holding it all together. But it's not that axle.
Hey, easy there.
It's small, man.
Yeah.
Rock Auto really screwed us.
They
Really?
sure did.
Really screwed us.
That's the third time I've said that in this video.
Okay, so we have we have two options. We can find another axle here, or we can try our best to pull this axle apart, which seems also like it has a broken cage.
Yeah, probably no good, huh?
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to pull it apart and see what it looks like. Maybe
It's pretty safe to say that whatever we need in there is probably not in good condition.
It's probably mush.
Mush.
Metal to mush.
Metal to mush.
Okay.
So Josh Brown has axles, but he's 3 hours away each direction. So that's an option, but it's not going to save us immediately.
Yeah. How many days are we here?
2. We got 2 days.
perfect.
Yeah, we're good for tomorrow, but I'm trying to drive today. Today's the only ride-along day.
This is an amazing track too.
The other option,
Nice.
it's windy and cold. What are you talking about? The weather's nice.
Weather's nice, dude.
Yeah, it's so nice. Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, we all got
Compared
hoodies
to the
on.
rest of the week? Compared to the rest of the week? Huh?
It's snowing
Whoa,
in Utah.
whoa.
Hey.
We're doing a thing.
The other option is I put out feelers on all the Houston pages that are IS300 related. So I got the lure in the line, and I'm trying to reel it in, see if we can hook something.
I announced over there, they have a microphone and a big speaker.
Yeah.
And I went over there, I was all like, I'm gonna find Brandon an axle. So I talked to Aaron and he said, yeah, just grab the mic and flip it on and do your thing. I said, okay. So I flick it on and I said, hello, anybody out there with an IS300? And everybody looked, they heard IS300, and then everybody looked away, man. Nobody here with IS300s. It's BMWs, like 350Zs.
They're just out like, oh yeah, no.
Nah, man, screw that guy. Get out of here. What is this Texas IS300 group? There's nobody here.
I don't know, man. They're somewhere. They may not be drifting, but they're somewhere.
But we'll get back to you with a fixed product.
Mike, what does that say? And why?
I'll lower it.
Oh my god.
Never trust a big button, a smile. They'll move the button.
Here he is again. He's bringing the second tour group to come harass me. And now he's got ammunition. I gotta hide my car.
Well, that's what Brandon's currently doing, is working on his play card, because that's what he likes to do.
So we're on our way now to pick up the axle at O'Reilly. Kelly found two used axles from a local guy. We're just gonna trade him out for the ones I ordered from Rock Auto yesterday. That'll be here Tuesday. I'll just trade those out. This guy's gonna give me some OEM axles. And then we found one at O'Reilly, so I wanna have an extra axle because I don't want this happening again. So we're riding out, what, 45 minutes, I think, to go get an axle from O'Reilly, 45 minutes back. Hopefully by the time we get back, Kelly already has the other ones and has one in the car so that we can just hit the ground running. But another day just chasing parts while everyone else is on track. And I tried to be prepared. I can't even blame myself for this one because I bought an axle and Rock Auto shipped me the wrong one. I don't know if I told you guys that yet, but Rock Auto screwed this up for me. It's just like when you go to a drive-thru and you trust that they make your sandwich with no mayonnaise. You drive all the way back to the shop and then you realize they put mayonnaise on it and you're just like, what can I do? I'm not gonna drive back to get my non-mayonnaise sandwich. I gotta work now, so I just gotta eat the french fries, throw the sandwich away, or eat the top bun, whatever I can do, and keep on going. That's kind of the situation that Rock Auto's put us in. There's something about a cold can of soda poured over some cold ice. It's just like, that's the move right there. People that get no ice in their drinks, man, I don't understand it. Also, a cold can with no ice is a little too spicy for me. But you take it, you cut it with some ice, you get a little bit of the fizz out, you got the extra cold, it's just like, it hits a little bit different that way. This is the move right here. Pull a cold can of soda out of an ice cold cooler, grab a cup, scoop some of that ice that everyone's been touching with their hands, and then you just pour it over it, and you take a sip, and it's just like, it just hits different. You know what I'm saying? Tell me if I'm wrong. We're at the old O'Reilly's, always coming through for us. Got them axles. Ugh, that was a rough experience in there, O'Reilly. I think when I was walking in, I said they always take care of us, but not in Houston, man. Not in Houston. So we go up front, like to the regular Joe Schmo section, and there's a line around the block. And I was like, hey, hey, you guys got a commercial? Yeah, it's out back. Cool. I go back to the commercial, and there's one dude walks right in front of me. He's like, all right, not a big deal. One dude, right? And then I go back there, and there's two dudes sitting at the counter, but apparently only one of them was actually working. The other guy's just sitting there staring at nothing, like looking up stuff on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, and then the other guy was on the phone and taking care of the other guy, and then started BSing with the other guy, like they're buddies, you know, just sitting there watching me. I'm literally standing there for probably 15 minutes, and so I see right behind me that the axles are there, and I already know the part number. Let me shut that down. I know the part number, so are you navin'? You know where we're going?
Yeah.
I know the part number, so I start looking through the axles, trying to save myself some time so I could just pull them off the shelf and make it as easy as possible. So all they literally have to do is take money from me. Couldn't find the part number, so I'm just waiting, patient. I'm a pretty patient person. I'm just chilling, you know, and they're just sitting there gabbing away, whatever, and then I get up there, and then the other guy walks away, and the guy starts putting stuff on the shelf. And the other guy that was on YouTube looks up, he's like, hey, did you need something? And I'm like, bro, are you serious? I've been standing in this same spot for 15 minutes. Yes, I need something. He's like, oh, well, this guy will help you. And the other guy's putting away parts. He's like, oh, you needed something? I'm like, yeah, dude, what do you think I'm standing here for? Just hanging out? I'm not with homeboy that we were just chatting with. So then I have the part, literally I give them the part, I give them everything they need. They can't find the parts. They can't find them. And I already called on the phone and they did find them already. So I know these guys just aren't doing their job. Incompetence to the highest level. So then I start following them around and within a few minutes I find the parts. And I'm like, so I literally did every part of their job. And then I hand him cash and he doesn't have change in the drawer. So he has to go up front. And it was I hand him $300 bills and I need it was $205. And so and I'm like, yo, why don't you just price match it and discount it down to $200 even so I can, oh, no, I'm not trying to lose my job in the middle of the holiday season, this and that. I'm like, whatever, man. I can only do so many parts of your job for you. Go find some change. So it literally took us, what, like 45 minutes to get out of O'Reilly? It makes me really appreciate our people back home. Maggie and the crew back in Layton, Utah. Yeah, that's the move. Maggie's the one. I feel like your local parts guys probably take care of you if you know them. This guy didn't know me, so he did not care at all, one bit. All right, back to the track. Let's go. We got 4 axles now. No chance we're gonna not be on track today.
I know how I got it out. Let me put it back in. You don't really need grease on the car. Stand on the exhaust.
No!
Yes.
I gotta clean the car. Okay. Stand on the exhaust.
Yes. Stand on the exhaust.
That's not good for the header and the turbo and stuff.
It's attached to the transmission.
For the header.
Hold on.
Don't tell her to let go and then say hold on.
I didn't. The cup's not moving on the axle.
Well, it's gotta.
Well, it ain't.
Is that axle too long?
No, the cup's not moving. Hold down on it. Ah! Come take this. Don't grab it, Jesse. Don't grab it. It's covered in grease.
Why cup not moving?
My cup not moving. What the hell?
You took it apart, right?
Yeah. All the bells are in. And bang her out a little bit. Like legit.
Moving now?
Why not moving? What is problem?
Don't move it. Just leave it alone.
This is the worst. If you've ever rebuilt an axle in your life, you know
Why'd you take it apart?
it sucks to grease it. There's no grease inside it.
Oh, you don't have to take it apart. You just pull the thing off.
No, I didn't mean to take it apart.
Oh, okay.
Like I pulled the boot off and it fell off. And bolts went everywhere.
I've had this happen before.
Yeah?
Yeah, I go to great lengths to never have an axle apart this far because I've dealt exactly what you just did. I've done that before. I'm like, this is terrible.
Yeah, I hate it.
This is absolutely the worst.
Yeah, look at me. I look great. This is my nice white hoodie.
I think you should retire those gloves.
Yeah, I'm gonna retire these and the hoodie. Hoodie's done.
I respect guys that work in an axle shop because they're like, oh yeah, you just.
Yeah, oh
They
yeah.
know. They know.
You know.
Me? We don't know.
Me no. I don't know.
Where's the finger dinger? Oh, it's over there.
Dude, you know who's on God busting for real, no cap?
What did I just hear?
Kelly Williams.
On God busting for real, no cap, brother. Bet! Woo!
Jack stand.
Here's the jack stand.
Ah,
Sorry. It had to be
Just-
done.
the noise.
So, we didn't have any issues at all.
That's a lie, and everyone knows it.
There is no grease
There's
under this
grease
car.
everywhere.
There's none.
Absolutely.
I cleaned
everywhere.
everything. with
grease does not just clean. One does not just clean grease.
Yeah,
You just
one
you
did.
just you just sell the house and start over.
Yeah, pretty much. What is it? What was Jesse saying? Back it up, boys. Drift week's over. Taillights broke. Everything's covered in grease.
So optimistic.
I was like, dang, I really want to work on the car. I haven't done a lot of work on the car. And now I'm like, I don't want to work on the car. I don't ever want to work on the car.
But it's fixed. So we drove to O'Reilly, luckily, because Kelly ended up getting the wrong side axle because the other one was seized, right? We would have had to cut the bolts off. Okay, he's out of here. So we drove and got axles from O'Reilly, and that's what we're gonna end up using. I think these O'Reilly axles are a little bit weaker than the OEM ones. When I say I think, I know they are. So hopefully this lasts for a while, because this is the only one we've got. Yeah, I mean, we got some more showing up on Tuesday, but they're just more of the same junk, I think. I don't know if any other O'Reilly is gonna have these in stock, because in Utah when I looked for them, I couldn't find them, just like unavailable. But in Texas they had some at a local warehouse, so I don't know what our availability is gonna be on finding more if they break. So I just probably gonna have to drive easy. I hate saying that, but it's, I just kind of want to get some laps. I don't know when the track shuts down either, but I hope to get at least a few laps today. All right, the car's back on the ground, ready to go. Let's go for lap 2. It's like 3 o'clock now. The track's gonna close pretty soon. But let's try and get a couple laps at least before then, see if I can sell some ride-alongs.
Power probe.
Will found my power probe.
I did, and it saved me.
What'd you figure out?
That my wiring came apart. 'Cause it's not very good.
Classic wiring. Good
Yes.
job for the power probe.
Yeah.
Just use the power probe to replace the wire that's bad.
Can I zip tie it in there?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Belt. Please go, please go, please go, please go, please go, please go. Look at that windshield, dude. Did you see that happen?
Oh yeah.
It was like Pro 4, whatever Mike was saying earlier. You need to tear off windshield so when you go through the mud. This poor car. Oh man, it's in the back seat. I got mud on the back seat. No, it's on your camera lens, dude. It's everywhere. You can see it on the lens.
Look at my arm.
Oh, you got it good.
You see the car?
I knew better. I started it when the belt was squealing. If I start a lap before I get rid of the squeal, it throws a belt every time. And I was like, ah, no, maybe it won't. No, it did. It did for sure. Oh, look at that. That's rough. There's a thumbnail photo right there. So I filled this wheel full of mud in my first 2 laps. That's like properly full of mud. That's like real mud too. It's like a shovel digging up the side of the track. Some of that ended up on my mirror, and some of it ended up in my lap, and some of it ended up on my seat. track's closed.
It's closed.
Low. Yep, we're done for the night. I guess there's a party at Rudy's place tonight, so I don't know what's going on. My clutch is hot. It got hot. I was working this thing out in third gear. I can feel it right now.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Car was so dirty.
Just like a...
It's almost midnight. We had a rough day today. Kind of. We had to do a bunch of axles, run around, find axles, swap axles. Kelly got covered head to toe in grease, all this stuff to get the axle stuff done. Then they finally got done. We got it back on track. Got a few good, awesome laps with Will and Mikey, and a tandem with Gabe. Really good time. I had a good time, but it was only we only drove like maybe 2 hours of the day. Super fun track. I love it. But I got a hold of my buddy Josh Brown, and he drove all the way from San Antonio to Houston to bring me a pair of axles because we got some OEM axles. They're gonna last, they're gonna be good. These aftermarket axles haven't been doing the trick. So shout out Josh Brown. We've been homies for years, and he literally made the drive out here to save me when we needed some good stuff. He's like, bro, I got you. I got the axles. I'll pull them out. I'll be on my way.
I always got you.
Yeah.
I always drop anything I'm doing to help you, Wickney.
Yep. And I never come to Texas without seeing you.
Right.
So
no, they should be good, man. They're automatic axles, so they weren't beat on.
Nah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Oh yeah,
I did a couple burnouts, but they weren't really beat on, and they look in good condition.
Yeah.
So
they'll hold up.
and these axles actually are coming from the car that I was in a very nasty car accident with. So the whole front end's totaled on that car, like it's pushed into the window.
Got some sentimental value.
Yeah,
in the
well,
axles
kind of a little
on the
bit,
chaser.
but it's like there should be some good luck, They've just been sitting there, so.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
No problem, brother.
Good to see you.
Anytime.
All right, we're gonna get back to the shop and swap them out. Actually, we'll wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna break the other axles before we put these in. Get every last little penny out of those axles I paid for. So on the way back, when oh, this is nice. Kelly and I were driving. Still got some mud in there. It was vibrating like crazy. Like I was concerned a little bit. And I mean, there's definitely some play in the axles, but I feel like that's not any more than normal, and not enough to make the car vibrate that bad. It felt like a drive shaft vibration, but the drive shaft looks okay. The diff looks okay. Like, I don't know for sure, but I mean, there literally is a little bit of mud right here. I wonder if that was enough to throw off the wheel balance and make the car shake violently. The weird thing is, it would only shake violently when I was off throttle. So, like not off throttle, but like part throttle. Really weird. Really weird. That's usually like a drivetrain issue. So I don't know. I'm just gonna do a general nut and bolt, make sure that everything's tight. So if something fails, it's gonna be probably one of the axles while we're driving the track tomorrow. I really hope it fails. I don't know. I wish I knew what it was tonight so I could work on it, but probably just gonna go to the track and then break it and then fix it all day tomorrow. So I told you guys a couple days ago that Mike did a special favor for me, got me a gift, and it was super cool. I've never had this on any of my drift cars, and a bunch of my friends have been doing stuff like this, and I'm jealous, super jealous. So not only did he give me the gift, but I had to go get those axles from Josh, and these guys stayed here and wired up my whole car to have intercooler sprayers. Well, radiator sprayers, really, because my car gets hot. All JZs get hot. It's just a JZ problem. And Mike tells me that you just hit your button for a few seconds and the temps just go boom and drop right back down, right?
There it is.
All right, let's check this out.
There's the tank.
Let's do the whole walk.
There's the tank, 6 liters. We just got the hose running down, your wires. You got your little switch right down there. Press it. Oh! You hear that, puppy? And then
Are these the Meganator, Turbonator flow nozzles?
hypersonic.
Hypersonic. You get a water jet cut holes in my radiator with that pressure.
Would you say it was from a Crossfire or a?
Runs up here, goes through. Joey got these fashioned up all fancy like.
Looking nice.
Look at that.
Friends.
We'll do the full on test tomorrow and see how well it does. Maybe I need to rig one up that actually like will fill up my thing. I can pull the cap off and just autofill.
No, you can just pull this, pop.
Just pop the thing off and someone someone hit the switch.
Deal.
All right, thanks Mike.
You bet.
Thanks Joey. Thanks Kelly, he's asleep already.
No, he's just talking to the dude inside.
Oh, thanks Will. Hey Jesse.